Hey guys, it's Macy and I have gotten a lot of questions about doing a tips for turns video. So right now we are going to start with our ballet shoes on and I'm going to give you guys some tips for turned out ballet pirouettes. And just so you guys know, there are tons of things to think about whenever you're turning, but I'm just going to give you a few general tips. So to start off with the preparation, whenever you prep, you need to be in a good fourth, your back leg needs to be crossed, and you need to be plie with both hips straight and squared. But whenever you prep, both knees can be bent, but it kind of depends on the style of ballet you are doing because some teachers prefer a back leg straight. So it really depends on the teacher and the style. So it's either bent, but I usually do bent or straight. So I start with bent back knee and make sure your arms are here and you can't be twisted with your hips or your arms can't be winded up. That's all big no-nos, but whenever you start, you need to be here, and just so that you can still get that energy without winding up, whenever you turn, you need to bring this arm in really fast, or whichever way, left or right. You bring in this opposite shoulder and arm, and whenever you start to turn, you need to think about going up. So doing a few balances with going up and keeping this hip down and this knee out to the side and this foot and toe in front of the knee, not to the back of the knee. That's not working. That's not correct. But you need to practice going up instead of trying to turn sideways. And remember to keep your bottom foot as high on releve as you can and your bottom knee straight, for sure. So starting here, both feet turned out, no rolling in or no rolling in your knees. That can really hurt your knees for sure. You need to be here, prep, and remember to spot straight ahead, not up or down, because up can make you fall back and down can make you fall forward. So make sure you spot this way, and that just means to whip your head around. That way you're kind of always looking to that spot. It'll really help you get around multiple times for your pirouettes. So with all those tips, you should be good to land in a pretty fourth position. Now for some jazz pirouettes. So in the ballet pirouettes, we started with our feet turned out, but right now we're going to start with our feet parallel. So make sure they're right underneath our hips and our toes are facing straight to the front. So we're going to start, and whichever foot you're going to be prepping with, either this is going to be the right prep or this is going to be a left prep, but right now I'm just going to do right side. So you put this one back and you make sure it's not way too far out or way crossed, and try not to sickle your back foot. That is bad and that can definitely hurt your ankle. So you need to start with it back there, and you can try and get your releve as far forward as possible, and make sure you don't stick out your hips because that will definitely throw you off. And you need to, just like the ballet pirouettes, go straight up. And you need to make sure that your weight is distributed equally. Like it can't be all in the back or else you're never going to make it up, or all in the front because you might fall. So just a little bit in the back and a little bit more in the front, and you go straight up. And you make sure that your ribs are closed and you're squeezing in, and of course you're not tucking, you're not going out, just like I said. So all of your weight is distributed equally, and just like the ballet pirouettes, we need to spot to just get as much around as we can. And then for these pirouettes, it kind of depends on the teachers and if you're going to do something after, like in a dance. But I know just for good practice, you can end like this, just in a little releve with your arms out, and make sure to keep your shoulders down, not up in your ears whenever you're doing this, and also don't wind up just like the other ones. So remember to keep this and close it in. So then you can just practice going up and back down, or just good singles or doubles or anything more than that, just to practice your jazz pirouettes. And one of the best tips I have, and remember this for any turn you do, is to push through the floor with your bottom foot, your supporting leg. Push really hard into the floor and pull up from the top of your head so that you're creating resistance and opposition so that you can stay and have a really great balance. Bye!